Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Project Cars. This is KPG-GOONER here, and in today's video we've got a brand new car pack to try out. It's the US race car pack. Plus there's a free car for everyone to download and enjoy today. I cannot wait to try these vehicles out, so we're going to jump into the garage and have a look at them. The first car we're going to have a look at is the free car, and I do believe it's an Aston Martin Vantage GT12. It's a Road B car, so just download it, guys. This looks absolutely brilliant. It's a really fast car, 186 miles an hour, 595 brake horsepower, which is really powerful for a road car. That looks absolutely brilliant. Right, let's get into the US car pack cars. Now, there's 4 cars to look at, and the first one, I do believe, is a GT3 car. Let's quickly go down here. Where is it? There we go. It's the Cadillac ATS.v.r GT3. Now, a lot of people do a lot of racing in GT3 cars on Project Cars, so this is another addition for you to download, set up and race. 175 miles an hour, 500 brake horsepower. It looks absolutely brilliant. Right, the next car I do believe is another GT3 car. Right, I think it's just here. Chevrolet Corvette C7R. Now, I do believe this one is, this one's slightly quicker, around the same brake horsepower. Looks absolutely brilliant. You've got to love Corvettes. Even the road versions look absolutely brilliant, but a GT version looks even better. So that's another brilliant car to try out. Right, the next car on the car pack is something different, and it's this, an IndyCar. An IndyCar on Project Cars, a road course version, absolutely brilliant. Look at the speed, 232 miles an hour, 680 brake horsepower. This thing's going to be an absolute beast. It's going to probably take a lot of setting up. This car's going to be brilliant. I cannot wait to try this out. I love Indy cars. Right, the next car is another different sort of car on the US car pack. Let's quickly go down here, and it's a stock car. A Ford Fusion stock car. Another car with a lot of speed, 220 miles an hour. And look at the brake horsepower, nearly 900. This thing's an absolute beast. I cannot wait to try that out. Awesome. So that's 4 new cars. And 5 new cars. So you've got 4 in the US car pack. You've got that free car. 5 new cars to try out. That's absolutely brilliant. We just need Slightly Mad Studios to add a few more tracks, and that would be absolutely brilliant. So we're going to go into the race today. We're probably going to do Silverstone National in the IndyCar. I would thought would be the best one. We'd leave it on 8 laps, 100% AI, but I'm going to put myself 8 on the grid. This is going to be a really tough race. I'm going to race this on default settings. I haven't adjusted anything, so this thing's going to be quite hard to handle, I expect, without any adjustment settings. So that's why I went for an easier track. It's only got 6 turns on it. We'll just see what it's like. We want to do a video on every single car. Hit that like button if you like it, and please leave any comments in the tab below. Let's get straight into the racing. Here we go. Right, so here we go with our first race with a car from the new US race car pack, and it's the IndyCar. Now, I chose an easy circuit for this testing on this car. Now, it's on default settings, so it's not going to be easy to control this. It's not going to be easy to test any of the vehicles on any of the first videos that I do, but I will do setups on these cars once I've set them up. And we'll do some really hardcore racing, but we'll try and get a race out of this if we can. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be squirming around everywhere, but hopefully I can do a good job. I'm using my Thrustmaster T300RS steering wheel, so hopefully I can just keep it on the road if I can. So not a bad start that was. Oh God, just lost the back end slightly there. Bit of wheel spin and I lost that place, but P4 is not a bad start out of 11 vehicles on this level. I'm just going to try and stick with them to see what this car's like braking. Yeah, the brake's not too bad. It feels not the greatest thing to turn in. It might need a slight adjustment, but like I said, on default settings, at least it's drivable and you can still, have some fun with it at least. So let's try and accelerate. God, this thing is quite quick. Let's try and keep with the pack if we can. We've got 8 laps, so hopefully we can at least get a podium place in this race. But oh God, just went wide there. That's a really tricky corner. See, the car doesn't seem to handle very well around those sort of corners. Let's see if we can get into this corner a little bit tighter. I'm not sure what sort of times we're going to do. I think we're going to the estimated time was around sort of 46 seconds, I think. So hopefully we can sort of hit around that time. Got a nice speed there. Look at almost up to 180 miles an hour. Let's try and get a bit tighter into that corner there. Just trying to stick with these three in front. They're going to have a greater pace. Can I get up the inside of there? He went wide. Oh, God. Can I hold it? Hold it. But I went wide, but just managed to control that. And we're up to third. That's not bad. So we're just coming into the third lap, and we're in third. This is a good start to this race. Right, let's start trying to get into the corner. Oh, God, God. Oh, God, that's tough. That is so tough, that corner. With this setup, definitely going to have a look at that. It probably needs a bit more downforce, maybe a better corner in, just maybe lowered a bit more. Definitely going to have a look at it, and probably do sort of races sort of around Monza and stuff like that once I've got it set up. Longer courses, harder races, and probably do some online races in these Indy cars. I bet a lot of people are going to enjoy this car. Let's see if we can keep up with these two in front, see what lap time this is going to be. Hopefully it's slightly quicker than the last lap. Let's get nice and tight into this corner here. Oh, don't hit the barrier. So we do a 146.6. That's not bad. Let's try and get tighter into that corner. God, it's so hard to turn. It doesn't want to turn. Seems to. I'm turning almost 90 degrees, and it wasn't even turning in. Maybe I was going a bit too quick. And again, it just doesn't seem to want to turn in very well. It's a real problem at the moment. I'm struggling with on this default settings. But if we can finish in third place, I'd be happy with that. The car feels really good. Other than that, the steering is the major issue, and maybe the brakes don't feel that responsive as well. It doesn't feel that good, and just on the cornering, I just feel I'm losing a lot of speed through the corners. I'm just trying to feather it around most of these corners. So let's try and go fast through this corner this time. We'll try and get the brakes and turning a bit better this time, so we're slightly faster. I see, it just doesn't want to turn and back onto the curb there. Well, at least you don't lose control, I suppose, when you hit that curb. It's not too bad. Right, we're faster at that section, so we are picking up speed. We are starting to improve. Let's see if we can get a bit closer. We need to get a bit of slipstream here. We're on lap 5, and if we want to win this race, we've got to try and catch up with these two in front and start putting in faster time. So we're faster again, so we are definitely improving. Can we get up the inside of this car there? I don't think we're close enough to pass here. No. Let's get nice and tight in there and accelerates just nice and gently. It's feeling the back end spin a bit, not too much. Still managing to get enough drive and traction. Yep, quicker again, so we're down to 46.2. Oh, again, just can't seem to get round that corner and keep it on the road. It just does not want to turn. Oh, slow at that section, so we lost a bit of speed. Obviously, probably when we hit that curb. Let's try and get a bit of slipstream here. We're getting closer to this car in second. Can we get up the inside here? We're speeding up. I think we can take him here if we can get nice and tight into this corner to the left. Yes, I think we can. Oh, we've run it wide. I think he's going up the inside. Yes. Can we get back at him here? Yes, get up the inside. Try and hold it. Get nice and tight so he doesn't get past, because he's going to have to go the long way round. And he doesn't get past. And we're into second. That's another good pass. And we've only got a couple of laps. Can we win this race? Looking at it, the car in first looks a little bit too far ahead, and we were slow on that lap as well. So we're not improving. Again, I just can't seem to get round that corner. It just wants to just pull to the left all the time. Right, let's get nice and tight into that car. Oh, we speeded up through that section. We lost time on that first bit, but seemed to get faster on that second phase. Right, let's really try and go as fast as we can on this straight here. Use the slipstream and try and get up the inside of him. We're on lap 7 here, so we're going to have to make the pass sooner rather than later. We don't want to leave it to the last lap, really. Let's see if we can get up the inside here. Can we get up the inside? I think we can. Oh, it's going to be close. Yes, we got up. A clean pass. So we're into first. That's absolutely brilliant. Is this going to be a faster lap as well? I feel this was a good lap. What time is it going to be? No, it's actually slightly slower, but we're in first. Who cares? We're on the last lap. Let's try not to muck it up. Still can't take that corner. Definitely going to have to look at the setup in this car. It doesn't seem to turn. And I have calibrated the wheel, so I don't know why it doesn't want to turn. Maybe I have to adjust the ratio or something like that, and a few adjustments, but we would do that in a later video. If we can win this race, it's our first experience in the Indy car. It's been pretty good. If we can finish and win it, I'll say that and I'll probably crash out. Nice and tight there. Not running that quick on this lap. Oh God, really feathering the brakes. I think we've got enough for a lead. Oh God, I thought I was going to lose it there, but just managed to accelerate just off the curb. And we're going to finish in first. Absolutely brilliant. So that's our first experience in our first car of the US race car pack. I hope you enjoyed it today, guys, and we're going to do a video on every single car in that pack, plus the free car as well. Please hit that like button and subscribe, and leave any comments in the tab below. Let me what you think of the car pack yourself and what's your favourite car, and I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.